Hi, this is Roland Johnson. In the next 5 minutes you are about to discover how I stumbled upon the truth that has changed me completely. I promise you, the information you find here will change your life forever. 10 years ago, my dream of becoming a swimming champion was shattered when the doctor told me I had spinal atrophy and I needed surgery within the year. You can imagine how I felt. I was sad, angry, desperate. I was totally devastated. I visited many other doctors to get help, but none of them seemed to know the answer. 2003 was a turning point in my life. What happened? Before we get into that, I'll tell you a quick story. Two people, we'll call them John and Susie to protect their identity. John is a busy professional. All he wants is a good life for him and his family. But one day he wakes up in hospital. He discovers he had a heart attack. He recovers and after leaving hospital, follows a strict diet and takes a prescribed medication for the rest of his life. The doctor tells him that without the medication his life is in danger. Unfortunately, John is stuck in a vicious cycle. He's not making any progress. Now there is Susie. Susie is a mother who wants a good life for her family when suddenly everything changes. The doctors diagnose her with breast cancer and recommend chemotherapy treatment. The family is in great distress. Her 5-year-old daughter asks, "Mum, are you going to leave us?" She is heartbroken, desperate, and searching for answers. Susie is a little more cautious. She doesn't believe every word she hears. She rather likes to understand the fundamentals. She asks herself, why? How? Is there a solution? People react to problems differently. Some accept it as faith. Some search for a solution. What would you possibly do to help yourself and your loved ones? Imagine a world without cancer and disease. A world with perfect health. Dr. Gabor Lenki believes that dying of cancer, cardiovascular disease, lung disease, diabetes, just to name a few, is unacceptable. Did you know you could live a healthy life as long as 120 years? Believe me when I tell you, this is normal. Struggling with health problems is not acceptable. What if I tell you that we may have been deliberately misled or deceived? What if you find out that all that suffering could have been avoided? What if I prove it to you? Doctors really want to help, but don't always have the solution. This is not their fault, and ultimately, this is not your fault either. If you were looking for the truth, you have never been this close to it, because in the next 2 minutes I will show you what has changed my life forever. Now you are about to see the truth that will transform the rest of your life. Are you ready? Censored Health is a book taking the world by storm. Censored Health presents the biggest crime of the 20th century. Censored Health is based on actual facts and documented truths. And believe me, you are a real player in this story. Many describe it as shocking and hard to believe. Others call it the real truth. It is radically changing and improving people's lives. This is the beginning of the new health culture. More than 570,000 people have read it, with more than 100,000 testimonials. Here are just a few. And now I'll show you a few facts. 2004 is the black year of medical science. Merck, Sharp and Dome pharmaceutical companies voluntarily withdrew their pain medication called Vioxx from the market because of the side effects associated with 3 to 5 times more strokes and heart attacks. The medication was introduced in 1999 and in 2004 was declared the biggest medical tragedy of the USA and the whole world by the FDA expert Dr. David Graham. Vioxx has caused the death of approximately 140,000 people in 4 years with stroke and heart attack. The Contagon scandal. This effective painkiller was proclaimed as a wonder drug for insomnia, coughs, colds and headaches, and 5 years later was one of the biggest medical tragedies of the modern times. More than 10,000 deformed babies were born. More about medicine. In 1998, the JAMA, Journal of American Medical Association, admitted that approximately 130,000 people die yearly of medicine-caused side effects. These drugs were prescribed medicine. An April 2009 article from the Medical Tribune, Medical Professional Journal, shows that in the European Union, 197,000 people die every year due to drug-related side effects. In the European Union alone, the admitted cost of drug-related health damage is 79 billion euros per year. And what is the situation in Australia?
Between 1995 and 2005, the number of prescriptions dispensed through community pharmacies in Australia increased dramatically. Blood pressure medications increased by 120%. Cholesterol medications increased by 1,200%. Antithrombotic medications increased by 4,700%. This resulted in approximately 234 million prescriptions in 2005. And that costs Australian citizens $6 billion a year.
How did we end up on the assembly line of the disease industry? According to an article from the Public Library of Science Medicine Australia, pharmaceutical companies systematically create newer and newer diseases to increase their sales. An example was the swine flu epidemic.
The president now declaring the H1N1 outbreak a national emergency.
A stunning new report reveals the top scientists who convinced the World Health Organization to declare H1N1 a global pandemic held close financial ties to the drug companies that profited from the sale of those vaccines. This report, published in the British Medical Journal, exposes the hidden ties that drove WHO to declare a pandemic, resulting in billions of dollars in profits for vaccine manufacturers.
Is it too late to change? And this is not all. More than 100,000 testimonials prove that the book you may soon be reading could change your life just the way it has changed mine. Find out the truth for yourself and help your loved ones. Health is our biggest asset. What would you pay for your health? Solution means no fear. We know there are always skeptics. The below statements are for them. In any given time in history, man thought he lived in the modern world. Here are a few documented facts from various eras. Columbus was proclaimed mad for asserting that our planet is round and one can sail the seas without falling off the edge of the earth. How ignorant of William Harvey to state that the blood is pumped into the arteries by the heart, thus causing it to circulate. Today even a fourth grader knows that that's how blood is moved through the body. How much is the book? For a limited time only, our introductory price has been cut. Not $34.95, not even $29.95, but now it's only $24.95. Get your copy now. Only $24.95. The Solution makes us so confident that we back our offer with a 100% money back guarantee. Yes, that's right. A money-back guarantee. Your purchase is completely risk-free. If you are not 100% satisfied, send it back to us and we will refund your money. And that's not all. With your book, you will receive a free DVD about true health versus the disease industry. Now that we showed you everything, it is time for you to decide. Are you going to be like John or Susie? The decision